We'll certainly make these decks available for people. I won't go through all this, but there's some common data flows that we've seen across these. As I say, once you make your decision on which part of the supply chain you're going to automate, as far as, for 3PLs, these are the most common ones we see for orders and inventory and catalog and inbound shipments. So you can see there's a lot of touch points that can be automated. Now, the thing I want to make clear is you don't need to do this as a big bang. You don't need to do all these things. The most common ones we see is maybe all you really need to really make things efficient is get your orders and get your shipment confirmations. Just those two will make a huge difference as far as automation. And then you can kind of do a rolling implementation of some of the other things that might be more important to you to be able to do that. For example, if you don't change your catalog all that often, then it's probably not necessary to do automation. You can still do the manual integration of your catalog. Again, if you're only adding a couple parts or you only have 5 or 10 SKUs within your whole catalog. So that doesn't make sense to automate that. So, making those right decisions is very important. If you're multi-channel and looking for inventory management, pretty much everybody's multi-channel these days. They're selling, you just can't have one web store. Everyone's having a different places to sell, like on eBay or other marketplaces and Amazon. So, we see ways to be able to have control over that. And so here's some of the areas that we commonly are doing integrations for, as far as a big one these days is around customer communication. That's we integrate to a lot of marketing tools and email tools that are out there to be able to provide this information, like the Clevio. Can't remember if it's Clevio or Clavio, but anyway, that's a common integration we do because that can syndicate out a lot of notifications to your customers about, as I mentioned before, they want to have visibility, when something cancels or when something's returned, or where are things, or I'm going to do a pre-sales, when is going to be released so I can buy it, or information on your loyalty programs too. So again, ability to be able to push that data into those systems so it can actually get that information out to your customers, or do targeted marketing and other things. And so that's one of the things where we see a lot of automation and integrations that we do. We talked a lot about inventory management and how we provide some visibility there. Another area is around the point of sale systems. If it's not integrated to your ERP, then we often see us having to be able to do bi-directional integrations to your point of sale system, so you have visibility into inventory as well as what your sales are, any refunds that might be going on, and be able to provide that information. Catalog management, we already talked a lot, but there's also some opportunities to be able to have different pricing profiles that are syndicated out. Or another thing we've often seen is ability to quickly switch shipping profiles. So for example, if you're doing Amazon Prime and you're shipping out of your warehouse, you can do that. But if you run out of stock and you're going to have a third-party vendor, maybe you need the ability to quickly change that profile to not Prime anymore. Now it's going to be shipped from a different location. So that's going to be standard shipping. You still offer free shipping, but it's just going to come from someplace else. So the ability to be able to shift based on where inventory is coming from, and also fulfillment of that, is hugely important and provides you a lot better visibility and avoid some problems. And then, as I mentioned before, just the ability to be able to just do your stock replenishments and have that visibility throughout your supply chain to know, when you have to order stuff. So going to the last slide, as I mentioned before, we're seeing a lot of drop ships. We're doing a lot of these type of integrations. And as I said, a lot of times this is still EDI. So looking at the different areas and what your trading partners might be expecting as far as orders that come in and need to be drop shipped to the customers, being able to do inventory visibility for your suppliers. So knowing if they actually have stock available, doing those type of things, or if a return comes back, what you do with that, and how do you be able to syndicate that out, knowing, what the vendor supply is. And then just even, payments too. These are if you EDI people, you can probably, see EDI 810 for invoices or 820s for the payment remittance advice for that payments. And so some vendors are actually expecting that. So again, it's sort of a choice of which ones you feel will provide you the most value as going forward.